Howdy folks, Laxo here, and today we're going to be checking out Soi Fon. I decided that today we're going to go ahead and look at some team comps that we could be running her in. I didn't want to just take my team comps and throw them out there. I wanted to take several other people and throw out their team comps. So what I did is I went through my World Championship video and I grabbed 10 of the top 10 random of the top like 20 or 30 players. I just grabbed 10 random team comps with Soi Fon and I threw them in a nice little image. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at those team comps. Then I'm going to show you how I would run her in a team comp in Arena. But for the first couple team comps here, let's go ahead and swap scenes here. For the first couple team comps here, I think I have on double image. For the first couple team comps here, you're going to notice that these are all from World Championship. And you probably are wondering, hey, I want to know team comps that are running her in Arena. So we're going to get to both of those. But first, let's go ahead and check out what people are running her in World Championship. So the first team comp we have here is... Actually, I'm not even sure. I think my team comp, my World Championship is in here somewhere. Maybe you guys can find out which one. But anyways, so the first one is running her with a healer, Rage Increase, of course, Ulquiorra, good play there. We have Nell, and we have Kisuke. So this is not a bad team comp. I mean, none of these are really bad team comps, but the reason why I don't really like this team comp is because it has Kisuke in here. I understand that they want to put Kisuke in here. I mean, I'm granted this team pretty much has everything except for the one thing that's really, really important. Rage reduction. We are missing a little bit of damage reduction. I mean, we do have a little bit of damage reduction. We have a shield here. We have heal here. But overall, not a super fan of this team comp. I do like the fact there's Ulquiorra in there, but I think Soi Fon does so much damage as is. Don't really need Ulquiorra in there. However, this is only a 5-star Soi Fon. Next up, this is actually not a bad team comp. I do like this one. So what we have here is we have Rage Increase plus Crit Rage Reduction. Very important here. And we have a lot of tankiness in this front row. I really do like this team comp. Actually, looking at this team comp, based on what I'm seeing, I think this is probably Gin's team comp right here. Because he runs the triple soul haul of, no real 40% damage reduction soul haul. So this is actually a pretty good team comp. I like this one a lot. A lot of damage reduction. We have rage reduction, very, very important. We have CC immunity right here, and rage increase as well, and rage reduction right here as well. Great team comp, honestly. I couldn't have made a better team comp myself. That's phenomenal. Next up here, we have what? We have Soi Fon, Ashisogu Jizo. So, Soi Fon works with any dots across the board. Poison, bleed, burn, any of them. So you can run burn in these team comps, and they'd work fine. You can run poison in these team comps, they'd work fine. One thing I don't like to do is I don't like to run Soi Fon with Nell, because Nell I like to put with Dangai Ichigo. So I do not... I mean, I see where this person's going, but I'm not a big fan of this team comp. It's missing CC immunity. It has one res here. It has no defense, and it has just a ton of poison. A little bit of CC. Honestly, not a very good team comp. Do not like that one very much at all. Next up here, we have, let's see here. This one isn't a bad team comp. Once again, you got Nell in here. You don't need Nell, especially a 6-star Nell. You really don't need a 6-star Nell in there with a 6-star Soi Fon. 6-star, 7-star Soi Fon, you can run them completely by themselves as damage dealers, and they will be fine. I do like having Stark in here. Let's see here. What else do we have? We have Rage Increase. Once again, don't really like running these two right here. Let's keep Kisuke and Nell on separate team comps. Other than that, not a bad team comp. Next up, right here, Let's see. What do we have here? We have rage reduction here, CC here. We have lots of look at this front row, lots of damage reduction here. We have heals. We have get out of jail free card. We have damage increase and damage reduction increase. So great front row here. Honestly, this is a great team comp. I like this team comp quite a bit. Let's see, Soul Hall. Yep, we have a Soul Hall too. So, yep, this is a good team comp. Moving on here. Let's see here. Once again, we have a pretty good team comp here. We have a lot of damage reduction in the front row. We are missing... Let's see here. We have a single target damage dealer. Oh, there you go. Okay, we have rage reduction. Great. Heals. Great. Honestly, good team comp here too. Not bad. I do like the... damage reduction here. I'm sorry, damage reduction here. Great team comp. Next up, we have, let's see. Okay, Geen. I think this is too much damage right here on one team. This might be a little bit too much damage unless you have a lot of depth for DPS. This is too much damage for a team, but you can run Kazushini on a team just to take out their top DPSer. Like, that's fine, especially if you have Kazushini at 6-star, 7-star, so this will work. We have a lot of damage reduction here. Rage increase, rage reduction. So yeah, this is not a bad team comp either. We're missing a little bit of heals, but other than that, not a bad team comp. Next up here, once again, I really don't... Oh man, these last 3 team comps in a row, oof. Honestly, I could tell a lot of these team comps who these team comps belong to, because... the Brazilian community, a lot of these guys just copy and paste the exact same compositions. It's unfortunate that they can't come up with their own team comps, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, if you see one person running it, you're just going to steal their team comp. But I would like a little bit of... oh, you know what? I just noticed that this is in the way. Let's remove this just a little bit here. I would like people to have a little bit more of a unique team comp, as opposed to everybody just runs the exact same team comp, you know? A little bit of individuality, so to say. But, anyways, let's see. There you go. Got it. Okay. A little bit of individuality would be nice, but it is what it is. Moving on. Last 2 team comps. I don't see rage reduction in either one of these team comps. This bottom one's probably the best one out of all, because again, I could tell a Brazilian team comp when I see one. This is probably the best team comp. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's probably the best one. Let's see if I can adjust this image. No, I can't really tell their stars down here. But, yeah, that's probably the best one out of all of them. I actually just noticed that I didn't adjust the screen comp right because I gotta submit it. But other than that, we're pretty much done with this. We're gonna go ahead and swap back to the screen. Alright, so now that we got those out of the way, I wonder if you guys can figure out which team comp was mine, actually. If you guys can figure it out, let me know in the comments below if you guys can figure out which one was mine. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out what we could do for running her in Arena. So, for Arena, what we can do, this is a you go first scenario here. And if you do go first, then what you could do is you can drop him, swap her over here, and then grab a Vermilion Bird. We can drop Nell in there just to get a little bit extra damage. Or we can drop like an Ulquiorra, get some extra bleed. You can drop like a Stark, you know, get a little bit extra bleed. But if none of those really, you know, tickle your fancy, you can go with something like Rukia just to get a little bit of extra damage reduction, a little bit of extra damage. Not terrible. There are better options, but if you're afraid that you're not going to finish off the enemy team, then yeah, you could just drop cotton kill cuts in there. However, if you want to talk about a you do not go first team comp, let's go ahead and look at a you do not go first team comp. Alright, what we could do is we can go ahead and swap Ichigo there. We can leave Unohana in the front row here. Usually want some good damage reduction, so we can... Actually, let's drop Unohana off. If we're going to go super tanky to get past the first round, we want to really go tanky here. So we could drop Aizen in there. Now you have a insane front row. So look at this super tanky front row. And of course you have a get out of jail free card right here. You can go ahead and drop... actually, let's... Yeah, this will work too. This right here will actually not be a bad team comp either. Probably swap these two. Honestly, you probably just go like that. That's not a bad team comp. Why? Because you have the, of course, you have the Soul Hall effect, so you get the 40% damage reduction, and of course you get the HP every time your characters are hit. You have a lot of rage reduction. You have 2 procs on a single turn right here, as you can see. And then you have, of course, Soi Fon. Soi Fon, let's actually fix the back here. So if we're going to fix the back, what we could do is leave Geen in there. You can go ahead and drop Nell in there, since you're going to be a second round team comp. As long as they don't have a Rengiku, we should be okay with this. That way we can get to the third, if we do get that to the third round, which we should, because we have a lot of rage reduction. So then Nell will go off, and of course proc all the bleeds that Soi Fon just used. However, we could also do something like this too, and just double our bleed damage, or dot damage in general. For, again, rage reduction, we can toss out a unit also. Of course, Shinji, not a bad decision. I mean, if you do have him, then you could toss him in there, but I do suggest just running her. I think there was also... you can run a little bit of CC. Oh, you know what? No, we can't run CC because we need Bird. So yeah, I guess this would probably be it right there. Not a bad team comp. However, if you really want a... Just in case Soi Fon does die, what we can do is we can grab one of our front row units. Let's go ahead and grab... Take you out. We can toss in Byakuya here. Go ahead and let's see. Yeah, we can go ahead and swap back over to this. Put you in there. Now we have complete heal reduction. We have a Soul Hall. Honestly, we could probably just put Aizen in the back row. That way he doesn't die super early, and he can keep his damage reduction buff up. And then if we want to do that, we probably have to go like this, maybe. That way, if, just in case, Soi Fon does manage to die somehow, let's just say they have a Kazushini, and he manages to kill her twice, we have Byakuya and Kira in here to get the heal reduction off on the enemy team, and then just a bunch of AoE damage dealers. That'll just slowly tick the entire enemy team down. And then if you do go like this, you're probably going to want to toss something like Nell in there, maybe. Or another unit that does that swings for the entire team. Yeah, like Byakuya. That Byakuya. It's not too bad. Any unit that really just hits the entire team is probably not too bad. But with that, guys, that is pretty much my take on what a good team comp looks like for Soi Fon. Again, there is no one team fits all. It completely depends on what units you have. Like, if you guys saw my free-to-play defense, you guys would probably think I'm crazy, but it works. So, yeah, just go with what you have. And you saw a good, 12 or so different team comps that you could run with her in him. So I hope this helped. If it did, leave a like, leave a sub. I'd appreciate it. If you guys would like to join my Discord, feel free to do so. And I should have another video coming out here pretty soon. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Peace.